welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. Let's go. Okay. So here's my team. Boom, voila. And then my points. So let's recap my points, guys. We had 51 points this week, which was 3 below the average, as we can see here. And Sal's and Murillo wipe out, clean sheet from the penalty. Gutted, absolutely gutted. We had Collins. Oh, you can't see my screen. Hold on. There's my screen. Let's go. Okay. Not really much to set up, really. How do I zoom in? This looks so bad to share on here, though. Okay. What if I make it smaller? How does that work? Oh. So maybe I want it side by side and zoom out. Oh, that's nicer. That's a lot nicer. Okay. Okay, so there's the team. Nice and zoomed in. Is that even clear though? Can you even read that? Why is it so blurry? Here's the famous spreadsheet. Because you can just change the size. Okay. So what do? I find out, first of all, what the fixtures are saying. Don't need that. FPL comparison. Stream kill the speed it loads up. What the hell? Okay. So this is game week 3. Let's change that to 2. And then filter. So game weeks 2 to 6. How easy is that to read though? Comments. Marcello the Goat. Hello, home. Ryan Palmer. Yes. Ryan, do you want to join on video? When Isaac says promises have been broken, did he just follow your team sheet? Is that what he said? No way he said that. How do I share this instead? Share screen. X. Isaac. Promises. When promises are broken and trust is lost, the relationship can't continue. I'm proud to be recognized by my fellow professionals with a place in the PFA Premier League team of the season. He's flexing. I'm not at the ceremony tonight. With everything going right, it didn't feel right to be there. Oh, God. I've kept quiet for a long time while others are spoken. Science has allowed people to push their own version of it, even though they know it doesn't affect what was really said or you can't see. And agreed behind closed doors. The reality is that promises were made and the club has known my position for a long time. To now act as if these issues are any urgent is receding. When promise is broken, trust is lost. The relationship cannot continue. That's where things are for me and why change is in the best interest of everyone, not just myself. So I wonder what he was promised. Maybe he was promised more money. What promises when you signed a new contract? That's... What would they have promised him apart from money? Newcastle betrayed him. Get us to the Champions League and you can join another team. Is that what he would have promised? They're in the Champions League, so you can't be promised Champions League football unless he promised them to sign Kevin De Bruyne or something to assist him. It's got to be money, right? Isaac, money. Surely they would have been promised money or to leave. We promise you that you can leave. If promises were made by the likes of Paul Mitchell, then those promises walked out the door when he did. Guessing some owner or something. No excuse would be hanging high as get out the club and reinvest the money. Yeah, money growing is to do with money. It's got to be money. They promised them a move and went back on it. So Ryan says you can join another team. Well, they're in the Champions League now, so why would he want to join another team? Post it on Insta. He can't say that and not say what was promised. But obviously he's not happy. He doesn't like the idea that people are now mad at him because he's got his own wants and needs. So he's got to go. So who's going to buy him? But yeah, exactly. You've signed a contract. Watkins captain in game week 2 against Brentford away. Don't know if I could captain Watkins in game week 2. He was promised by ... by the other guy. Rebecca Vardy's again. You had me in the first half. Tulsi, by the way, can you free hit and bench boost on the same game week? That's a great question. Thank you for asking. Oh, I can star your comment. That's nice. To answer your question, Tassif, first of all, how did you find this stream, Tassif? I'm very glad that you've joined, but I'm wondering, how did you find it? Did this just come up on your YouTube preview? But no, you cannot free hit and bench boost at the same time. You can only use one chip in each game week. So maybe I can demonstrate for you on that. You should be able to cancel them both. You can't cancel wildcard, but if you play a bench boost, it can be cancelled. So that I'll do it for you. It's active, and then the rest are all unavailable. So I cannot free hit. Then you can cancel your bench boost. Free hit. It cannot be cancelled after you play it unless you have not made a transfer. So you can actually play it and then cancel it, but I don't want to do that. Got him. Ryan got me. Rebecca Varley's account. Oh, what a classic saga. Ryan, would you like to join? Can't chat. Can't see shipmate. Still on X. Oh, yeah. Hold on. I need to get used to this. Share this tab instead. Okay, there you go. And then I find that it's better if you go here. Make it smaller. Is that clear? Because like when I'm on YouTube, it looks like the tabs are not that clear. So this is for you, Tarsif. Great name, by the way, Tarsif UI. If you play your bench boost, you can cancel it. It's active. You cannot free hit like that. So you can then cancel it. So hopefully that answers your question, mate. Try it for yourself. Free hit, it says the chip cannot be cancelled after you pay it unless you have not made a transfer. So if you've made a transfer and then you free hit, you won't be able to cancel. And then that's how that works. Comment. Will it show your whole comment? Oh yes, it does. This is nice. Looking at vids for Game Week 2, I'm unfortunately enough to have Diouf, Füllkrug, Konsa, and Wirtz. Oh, brother. What? Oh, Diouf, Füllkrug, Konsa, and Wirtz. The thing is, they're not even that bad. Like, you know, Diouf, Füllkrug, Konsa, and Wirtz. Diouf, I guess you mean Diouf from West Ham, mate. Diouf, I like. You know, he had a nice fixture. They had a nice, easy game in the first game. You expect them to score some points. You expect them to get a clean sheet, and then he didn't. Bang, Diouf is out. Now you kind of like have harder fixtures. So what I like to do is get my Issa Diop. Who's Issa Diop? No, he's got to be Diouf. Yeah, Diouf from West Ham. I don't know. Ryan, stop trolling me. Manish Thapa, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Do we not get pop-ups for subscriptions? Subscriptions is like the biggest thing ever, so thank you. Wrecked. Ryan, 2-0, mate. You got me 2-0. You're lounging in the heat. That's fine. Okay, so back to Tassif, because we're here to help the viewers. This is what I like to do on this stream. Who is Issa Diop? Issa Diop. Issa Diop is a footballer. Share this tab instead. Issa Diop plays for Fulham. Does he currently play for them? Is he in my spreadsheet? Issa Diop. Maybe he does. Diop. Can you see this one? Oh, he's in my spreadsheet. 4.5 mil defender for Fulham. No, we're not talking about Issa Diop. You're distracting from my creative process. Right, Diouf. Pokemon Macho confirmed. Old school Palace or Fulham player. I think it's Fulham. He's in the sheet. I don't know every name in the sheet. Let's go to my man Diouf because we're going through Tausif's team. Okay. Diouf, West Ham. You know, last year he scored 1 point. He didn't play for West Ham last year, did he? That's what the formula says. Look at these VLOOKUPs for. He scored 1 point last year, so there's always going to be a risk picking Diouf. I don't think he did score 1 point. I think he's a new signing. With Siebert, it went down. Oh, this year he scored 1 point. Last year he scored nothing. So I predicted he'd score nothing. But he's got Sunderland this year 1 point. Thank you, Talsif. As you would know, because you have Diouf in your team. Sorry to say again. Sorry to remind you. And the worst thing is his best fixture is out of the way. He's got Chelsea, Forest, Tottenham, Palace, Everton. These aren't red fixtures. These are white fixtures. So they're not the hardest of games. But West Ham, if they're losing to Sunderland, they've got Cole Palmer next. You're gonna have to do you have to keep a clean sheet or whipping across for Bowen to score again? I don't think he's keeping a clean sheet there. Maybe Forest. But he's definitely not getting an assist with Forest. Maybe an assist with Chelsea since all their players are injured. Tottenham's defence is looking good. Crystal Palace have got the best defence. So if you've got any West Ham players, you've got Diouf, you've also got Füllkrug, you said. Is Füllkrug going to score against Chelsea? Well, Eze nearly scored a free kick, but apart from that, Chelsea looked kind of solid, even though they're missing 2 centre-backs. Forest is arguably the best defence in the league, maybe top 3 defence. Tottenham's defence is definitely doing better now. They kept PSG to a clean sheet until the 80th minute. Crystal Palace is the best defence in the league. As you can see, we haven't lost 10 games against all the best teams. And Everton, to be fair, are a defensive team as well. So even though these are white fixtures, you might get some 0-0 draws here. Everton, Palace, Tottenham, they might not score. Tottenham might sign Eze. Forest might not score, apart from Chelsea. So Diouf isn't great to hold through these next 6 games, and Füllkrug isn't great to hold through these 6 games. So if we get Füllkrug, he's the same. Another player I like for the next 6 games you could move on to is Thiago. Or you've got let's start with Füllkrug if I can find him. He's got a funny letter. And I like to get these fixtures up. Comparison, it helps me think about options. What other options would you think of moving Füllkrug onto? I like Strand Larsen. He's a bit more though. You'd have to find 0.5 million. But Thiago, look at Thiago's fixtures. Okay, Forest is done, but you've got Villa. Instead of Füllkrug, who's got Chelsea, you could score against Villa. They're not the best team. Konsa's got a red card, so someone's have to come in for Konsa. Is that a 2-match ban or 1-match ban? Thiago then has Sunderland as well, who obviously is hard to go to as West Ham showed. But we know Thiago's on pens as well. Chelsea at home, which is similar to this Füllkrug. Fulham away, not the best defence. Man U at home, Man City at home, West Ham, Liverpool. So maybe not worth a transfer. You might have to stick with Füllkrug there, mate. Talsif. This guy, Clawless. Thank you. Yes, it was this year 1 point. We can't trust the spreadsheet. I think we can, mate. We got a high rank last year. Don't ask me what our rank is this year because it's only been 1 game. But you got to trust the process. Stay long. So we've got. You've asked me another question now. Should we carry on with your main question or ask your new question? Okay, Tasif says thoughts on Munoz. So first thing you need to know about me, mate, is I'm a Crystal Palace fan, and Munoz, as you can see from the top, Munoz is Muniz. Oh, Muniz. Oh, okay. I thought we were going to talk about Munoz. Muniz. Let's add Muniz. So thoughts on Muniz for Fulham. Isn't he leaving? All the smart managers plan bad game week 1. That is true, actually, because of the fixture. So if you had a good game week 1, that's a sign of really poor manager, because what are you going to do next? Thoughts on Muniz. The 5.5 Fulham guy, here he is. You can downgrade on Muniz. So obviously you're having thoughts about dropping down from Füllkrug to Muniz. And if we look at his fixtures, Brighton, is okay. Man U, I think Man U are quite good defensively now, even though Arsenal scored. You've got a bad goalkeeper there, so he could always score. Chelsea away, Not the best, even though they're missing 2 centre-backs. Leeds at home. Even Leeds looked like a tricky game. Brentford is good for a striker. Villa away isn't great. Bournemouth away, they conceded lots to Liverpool, so that might be good. So I don't really like Muniz. If we go here, transfer suggestions. From game week 2, forwards costing, let's say, 6. Let's say you go up to 6.5. Here's look how good this spreadsheet is. You're going to come back to my channel all the time. If you're seeing this spreadsheet for the first time, please press subscribe so that you can come. This is just a test stream, and we'll get into this now. So imagine when we actually do a planned stream. So top 20 picks. Can you read that, or do I need to zoom in a bit more? Does that zoom in if I do that? Okay, so you've got my favorite picks. Let's go down to 6 because you've got Füllkrug and you probably don't have it. Barnes for Burnley. Who the hell is he? Apparently Barnes is good. So there you go. This weighting needs to change now. Okay, we're actually in game week 2. Oh, I've missed my weighting 4 more up. Let's make this 97 and 3. Okay. So where were we? Muniz as a pick. Muniz is the best pick, yes. So for the 6.0 strikers, Muniz is my favorite, it turns out. Even though he doesn't have the best fixtures at that price point, let's have a look at other options because Muniz is top. These are his next 5 fixtures. For the next 5 games, he's projected from my spreadsheet, apart from Barnes. I think this is getting confused with Harvey Barnes. So let's ignore this guy because do not buy that guy. This is Harvey Barnes, so I need to fix that. But Muniz is good. Then there's Beto. Yeah, Muniz is second, but this is Harvey Barnes, so ignore this. The spreadsheet has flaws. You have to just have it. Look, he's top. Ashley Barnes. I don't know who that is. Does he play for Fulham too? Ashley Barnes, Burnley. Yeah, okay, that's the Burnley guy, but the numbers are not his numbers. These are numbers. The numbers are yeah, you know what I mean. It works. Okay, cool. Back to the question, the 5.5 Fulham guy. I like him. If you're going to move, I like it. But I wouldn't waste the transfer. If you transfer him out and Füllkrug scores, you're going to be gutted, mate. So don't do that. Wilson for West Ham. Is he a forward? Not sure I like him. Beto, they look terrible. He looked like so bad on the pitch. I wouldn't go there. Xerxes, I wouldn't go for him. Awanini, maybe. Haven't they signed someone else? Also, Thiago. I like Thiago and I like Mayenda. If you're going for a 5.5, I would probably go for Mayenda. He almost made my game week 1 drop. He's got Burnley next, then Brentford. Those are 2 decent games where, he could score. So if you're going to move Füllkrug on, for me, I'd be looking at Mayenda. Sunderland, they're coming off a nice win. Burnley a bit deflated. They will be at home though. And then he's got Palace, Villa, and Forest, which is very tricky. So you're going to have to move him again after 2 weeks, I think. You give him 2 weeks and you go there. Is it worth a transfer from Füllkrug? Maybe, but we'll look at the other guys. Pirro also looked good, but Arsenal, Newcastle, Fulham, not great. He got subbed off, didn't take the pen. Nemcha, that was the guy on the penalty, wasn't it? Who I thought was taking pens, but it was the other guy. Ferguson, Isidio, I prefer Mayenda over Isidio. Pirro, 4-star. Okay, cool. And then you've got Krupi Jr., who I've got a 4.5, or Mark Gui, and then you upgrade someone else. So you save that transfer for next week, you go down, and then you upgrade someone else, if that's what you want to do. Let's see what other players you said you had in your teammates. So here's the comment we're looking at. If anyone else has any questions, please subscribe, drop in the chat, and I'll look into your player options too, because that's what we're here to do on the stream, help you guys out, think of different things we haven't thought, and try and all help each other with our FPL picks. Cool, so your comment says Füllkrug, Konsa, and Wirtz. So Konsa is the fixtures. If we go 4.5 defenders, we can now unhide this. Here are some good 4.5 defenders. And Johnson for Sunderland, I think that is the wrong guy as well. Anderson as well. Surely that is a mistake. Okay, hide those guys. We've got Gahey, who obviously might be leaving Palace. He might become a Liverpool player soon. We've got Wan-Bissaka, who, as we discussed, he's got high baseline of points last year. And his fixtures are kind of average. Chelsea, like we said, not the best. You're moving on from Diouf, so you're probably not going to go Wan-Bissaka. Konsa, obviously he got the red card, so you don't want to go there. Digne for Villa. You could straight swap to another Villa defender, but I don't know. I'm not really feeling their fixtures. I mean, Brentford is good. Palace might not score. Everton might not score. Sunderland might. Yeah, I quite like Villa defence, actually. Fulham might not score. You see a couple clean sheets in there for sure. Richards, I love Richards. He will play a lot. So if you're moving on from Konsa or Diouf, I do like Richards. We're playing Forest at home, Villa away, Sunderland at home, West Ham away, Liverpool at home. I mean, apart from Liverpool and maybe Villa, you can see some clean sheets there, can't you? Diouf for Man U, their fixtures get better a bit later on, I think. You kind of got this nice run from free with Burnley, Brentford and Sunderland, but then you've got City and Chelsea in between. Another comment from Tassif. My main concern was because West Ham looked weak in game 1, I was expecting them to be 10-ish place. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, we were all very disappointed by that. I don't know if it was a blip, like, going all the way up to Sunderland. I'm from London, and I don't like to go to the north, so obviously all the West Ham players probably don't like to go up there either. Maybe that was a factor. Maybe Sunderland is going to be a hard place to come. Maybe Sunderland are just better than some of the other teams, like Brentford, Wolves, West Ham themselves. Maybe Sunderland are going to be a bit of a shock this year, as well as Leeds. I think those northern teams, they've got some fight. They've waited a long time, to come back to the Premier League. I think they're gonna do well actually this year. So obviously that was a shock. But yeah, West Ham could be in trouble. Do they have enough up top with Bowen, Füllkrug? Maybe Füllkrug isn't the one that they need, and he's not good enough. Get Leeds gone again. I really like Leeds. I thought they were great last night. That midfield trio they've got are really nice. Can't remember any of their names, but the three they've got in midfield wouldn't get them into FPL, but definitely want to keep an eye on for when their fixtures go well. Let them get 8th at Christmas and then bottle it. Is that what they've done before? That sounds like, I don't know, something Tottenham would do or something. Keane. I've got Keane in my team. Do you guys like Keane? Obviously, Brantwaite is injured. Everton love, sitting back, not scoring and just defending the whole time. So yeah, that's why I've got Michael Keane, 4.5. He does sit on my bench. I'm not starting him. So that probably makes it a bit easier. But Everton, solid defense. Like, they conceded a penalty. It was never a penalty. It hit Tarkowski's, hit him here. This is me. I'll be Tarkowski. I have my Pokemon Y. And then he's got his arm there. The ball's coming here, it's flying. And then he leans into it and it hits him there. That's never a pen to me, mate. Like, come on, ref. I know you want Leeds to, have a fairy tale beginning. It's on, the TV. But Everton, that was very harsh on Everton. My strikers are Keane and Ben. Why are you making me say this? Pause. Okay. Tosin is obviously in as well, but then he was injured as well. Totti for Wolves, not going anywhere near them. Dalot for Man U is decent. Cash, don't like him. Van Heck, what about Brighton's fixtures? Everton, could see them not scoring. City are going to demolish them. Bournemouth probably will score. Tottenham will score and Chelsea will score. I don't like Brighton, sorry. Not just because I'm a Palace fan. Doherty, Bolly, Agbadu, Mings, Emerson, Pinnock. Any of these sticking out for you? Is Tosin fit for game week 2? That stuffed me in game week 1. No way. Did you play Tosin, Ryan? Let me check on this. And do you use FPL Game Week? I bloody love this website. Okay, hopefully I've changed it. And where's your team? Oh, you're above me. Damn it. Your team is probably here. And then we have Tosin. Tosin is there, but he auto-subbed for Richards. And Richards is who I'm telling everyone to get. So if you don't use FPL Game Week, use it. Subscribe to this channel. Those are the 2 biggest FPL tips in the world. Just fill in your ID code and you can see all your leagues and all your opponents. So this is Ryan's team. He had Tosin, but he got you a clean sheet. Look, you've even got Thiago instead of Füllkrug. That's a great idea. Richard's got me the win over you in our head-to-head. Yes, that is very annoying. That is very annoying, but yeah, we'll give you that one, I guess. But yeah, what I'm saying is Richards is the pick. You should have had him from the start. Should have had him from the start. And then Richards, Sanchez got a bonus point on Monday and Cucurella says, yes, it was actually Sunday night and it was confirmed on my Twitter. Follow my Twitter, FPL Marcello. On Monday, Cucurella lost his. Hello, Mackie in the chat. What's good? Have you subscribed? No, I can't give you a thank you for subscribing yet, but hopefully you will subscribe. Hope you're good. Who do you think is must-haves on a free hit game week 2? Free hit game week 2? Are you doing a free hit? Oh my God, have you already? Mackie, thank you for subscribing. It works. Okay. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. If we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to rebrand the whole channel from Pokemaster to FPL. So that's what I promised to you guys. So if you haven't seen Mackie, here's my spreadsheet. Share this tab instead. And then what we can do is look at my game week, my 1 game week view, and we can see all my best players here that are playing. So why don't we get the positions up? Okay, there's the positions. And you want to know if we pin your comment. Yeah, we've pinned your comment. He wants to know who is best to have in a free hit in game week 2. So what do we need? We don't need those. Okay, so let's start with forwards. So forwards, you go Haaland, Wood, João Pedro. Who are you thinking? Tell me your forwards. An aggressive start. I love that. I probably should have done that. Bench boost game week 1, free hit in 2, then wildcard in 4 or 5. How did your bench boost go? And tell me your forwards. Because I'm thinking, if you can afford it, Wood, who's already risen, Haaland, and João Pedro, because those are predicted. If you want to target good fixtures, you can go Evan Nilsson. You could go an Arsenal striker, Havertz, or you could go Gyökeres. Barnes. Who's Barnes, bro? No, Barnes isn't here. Oh, Barnes. Oh, what's he doing there? Harvey Barnes. 85 points. Oh, my God. You should be telling me who to pick me. Oh, that is a good round of applause for Mackie's game week 1 bench boost. 85. Must be in the top million or so. Evan Nilsson value, yes. Look, 7. You can squeeze in Evan Nilsson. I think Evan Nilsson. You two, Ryan and Mackie, you're on the same wavelength here, you know. 3 strikers is hard. Okay, you might not need a striker. You could just put Barnes in because my spreadsheet confuses him with Harvey Barnes. Do not pick Harvey Barnes. If like this video goes viral and everyone starts picking Harvey Barnes, he gets 50% ownership because everyone thinks that this is not Harvey Barnes. Basically, these numbers are wrong for Harvey Barnes. Okay. So you've got Haaland. You don't think 3 strikers. So you could just go 1 striker. So I would go Wood. No, not against Palace. João Pedro. You've got to be tempted by João Pedro. And Evan Nilsson. So one of those 2 or just a 4.5 filler. Next, let's go goalkeepers. Who's going to keep a clean sheet? Raya, if you can afford it. Maybe I go Gyökeres, but the minutes is there. Yeah, but the fixture is good and he's at home. I think he'll be good at home. He was terrible in the other game, but I think at home, Arsenal will do well, especially to Leeds. But yeah, up to you, mate. Goalkeeper, will you go Raya? Because then you got to start thinking about you can only pick 3. Onana. No, we're not picking Onana. The minutes are not good. So, keeper for 3 here. What's a good point to aim for with a bench boost, says Tarsif? I like 65 points every week. If you're bench boosting, maybe add 10 on. So I would go 75. But 65, if you want to be in the top 10K, you need to get 65 points every week. So if you're short of that, you're going to have to make it up somewhere else. Maybe even a bit higher now that we've got more chips. So I always aim for 65 if I can. This week I only got 51, but let's not talk about this week. Let's talk about next week. Sanchez v West Ham. I could see West Ham scoring, but Sanchez and Chelsea were all right, weren't they? How did you get last week? Okay, let's ignore that question from Ryan. Raya and Gabriel is good, but I want Saka as well. So you want Raya, Gabriel, Saka, and you want Gyökeres. Gabriel as well. Yeah, I hear it. You've got to get 3 Arsenals in there. You have to. Other options. If you do go, then I guess you just go Sanchez, or who's the Bournemouth keeper playing? Wolves. I reckon Wolves will score. Or you can go Dubravka. Start with Dubravka. Or start the Sunderland keeper. Who's the Sunderland keeper? Moore? Is he the one who's starting? Got Rose Patterson. Bayenda's 5. Okay, so that's the keepers. But, keeper you can decide last based on if you've got 4 Arsenal or not. Next, let's look at defenders for this week. Gabriel, look, he's right up there. Oh, yeah, you have to go Gabriel. Would you double up on Saliba in case one of them gets a header and pick a Chelsea keeper instead? You probably won't get that many shots on Raya as you did last week against Man U. Obviously, he did great with a team, that could actually attack with Mbeumo Cunha having loads of shots and stuff. But maybe this week you'd leave Raya. Johnson, don't know who that is. Ignore Johnson, that's a mistake. Cucurella, you go Cucurella because he plays up front. Anderson, ignore Anderson, that's a mistake. Thank you, Ryan. You're good at pointing out all the mistakes in this. So Cucurella, he plays up front and he's a defender. So I would just go for him. Mids, we'll get to mids in a minute, so stick with me. Potential game week 2 free hit. Yeah, Mackie's doing a free hit, so we're helping him. Tausif, if you have any ideas as well, put it in the chat. We're all coming here as a community to help each other think of something that we might not have thought of. Cucurella, he's in. Gabriel, he's in. Anderson is a mistake. Timber. Murillo, do you trust Palace not to score? We're not great at home. Eze's gone. You could go for a Forest defender. I like it. I do like it. You've got Munoz. Munoz or Muniz? Because someone else made that mistake earlier. I think you actually do mean Munoz. Okay, I do like Munoz. Forest won't score. Chris Wood will score against Palace. I'm a Palace fan, and we're going to be playing in Europe on Thursday at home, and then we play again on, is it Monday or Tuesday? Munoz, yes, good. Sbarney, not value. Sbarney, 5. Why not? Is he gone? I think he's good. No points to play for PSG. I don't get it. Sorry, I missed that one, right? Vardial against Tottenham. I think Tottenham score. Lacroix. I do like Lacroix for DEFCON. I would go Lacroix over Munoz this game. Well, I don't know. It's not going to be counter-attacking. I think it could be 0-0. Yeah. Tarkowski v Brighton. I quite like Brighton's attack. Colwell, just get double up on Chelsea and Arsenal, to be fair. I mean, you could go for that Leeds guy. He's gone. Okay, cool. I need to delete him. Gahey, this is why it's good to have you guys here, because I'd be thinking all week, let me pick Sbarney, and then I'll realize he's not even in the game. So thank you for being here, guys. Subscribe if you're new, and we can meet back on an actual stream. 8 Nori. I like 8 Nori. But Tottenham will score. So are you going for clean sheets? Are you going for DEFCON? Reece James, do you think he's a punt? I mean, for a free hit, I guess you could. But I would never actually pick him because he'll probably get injured. But I would go Cucurella because if you watch where he plays, he literally plays as the attacking mid in the false 9 position for Chelsea for half the game. So it'd be Cucurella for me. I'd go Cucurella and Sanchez, Gabriel and Saliba. And then I'd probably go, what's his name? Oh, Liverpool v Konate. Not sure. Yeah, I'm not liking any of the other fixtures really. Where's the Sunderland and Burnley play each other, isn't it? So can we see any Sunderland or Burnley players on here? I think they're all 0 predicted points because I didn't have them. Ronaldo, you could go for an attacking Ronaldo. He looks really good. And then who's the other wing back for Sunderland? Look into Sunderland defender, especially on your bench in case something goes wrong. But you probably are not going to start Sunderland defender, are you? Double Arsenal and Kuka and goalie, that's in the budget. Calm. Okay, and then getting a Sunderland guy, not Johnson, because I don't know who he is. Okay, cool. Next, midfielders. You can't use all your Chelsea and Arsenal slots because, like you said, you need Saka. Oh. And you need. Are you going to get Palmer? You have to have Palmer this week. Palmer's the captain. Or you're going to captain Haaland. You got captain Palmer. If we look overall, Palmer does top it. So that means me, I'm captaining Palmer. I go Palmer and Saka. So yeah, it's between those two. Who to captain? I'd probably go Saka at home. But he's not on pens. Palmer will be on pens. If Arsenal get a pen and Gyökeres takes it, as been confirmed by a random Swedish reporter online, you're going to be annoyed, mate. But then if Palmer gets a pen and takes it, hopefully he doesn't miss. And then you'll be happy. So I would captain Palmer just because he's definitely on pens. Salah, I'd stay away from Salah on a free hit unless obviously you could squeeze everyone in. You have to get Semenyo in. Like, Semenyo is non-negotiable. He's in form. He's banged against Liverpool. He's playing Wolves. He looked terrible. You could even captain Semenyo over Palmer, to be honest. He's probably going to outscore everyone, but you probably won't. So I hope Semenyo's in your team. I'm sure you're going to comment that he is. Welcome in, Animations. We will get to your comment as soon as we finish this section. Keep sending your comments in the chat. Make sure you drop a subscribe, and I can thank you all for subscribing. We're just doing free hit teams. So we've done all the positions except midfield. So I'm doing Palmer, I'm doing Saka, I'm doing Semenyo, and then 1 or 2 more. Okay, we're on the same wavelength. Kluivert is out. Cunha, Fulham. No, I don't like that. Rice, don't like that. Norgard, don't like that. Ahmad. You were asking me about Man U midfielders? Someone was asking. Not sure. Matthew's saying we've been roasting you here. Trossard, Martinelli, Caicedo. I like Caicedo for Defcon, but you're not going to do that. Adringa. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Let's see what Tausif recommends. Sanchez, Raya, Cash, Gahey. Cash, who have they got? Brentford. Yeah, Brentford. You got to get Watkins and Rodgers in, mate. Rangers. I don't like Rangers on the free hit. They've got Tottenham. Stay away from Rangers. What was your score in game week 1? Thank you, Hernandez. We'll get to that in a little while. Let's finish off this. So, Yoro Dorgu, not sure about that. Champong, yeah, you could go cheap at Champong, but Watkins, yeah, you got to target that Brentford fixture. So that's your teams. It's Chelsea, it's Arsenal, it's triple Chelsea, triple Arsenal, triple Villa, and then a couple Sunderland players. That's your 11, mate. So do you guys all agree? Obviously, some of you don't. Larson with Palmer. Free hit team Tausif. I'm not sure. Okay, let's run through these comments that have come in. Double Arsenal defense. Yeah. So Mackie, hopefully that's helped you. We've used the spreadsheet to kind of tell us who some of our good players are. We'll come to animations. Semenyo, Saka, and Palmer, the 1 or 2 more. Tausi, thank you for sharing. Adringa can go in. I do like Adringa. Obviously, he's not going to show up in my comments here in my spreadsheet because he didn't do anything last year, but he looked very good. Watkins, play reindeer if you're saying no. Sounds good. Yeah, it had. Thank you, mate. That's what we love to see. So thank you, Mackie. First he came in, he said hi, then he subscribed, he asked us questions, and we all helped to get a good free hit team. Do I think free hit 2 is a great team? Probably not, though. I would save it for another week. So if you go to this tab here, Team FDR Comparison, you can see when each team has good fixtures. So here we're at Game Week 2 now. Game Week 1 is done. Who's going to have a good fixture for 5 weeks? You want the purple one. So Newcastle have a good 5-week fixture. Everyone's sleeping on Newcastle. 5-week fixtures here. Villa are still very good. Nottingham Forest still have a good run. Bournemouth have a good run. Wolves, Tottenham, Brighton, Newcastle, and Leeds. So that's still good. And then here you've got, who else is looking good? Here, Wolves and Man U. Man U actually have a good run here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. And then Wolves have a good run. So Strand Larson, not on a free hit, but on a transfer in. And Tottenham are good. And Sunderland, okay, cool. Yeah. I think these numbers are a bit dodgy because I changed it. I need to lock that in. You playing Isak? Not playing Isak this week. He is in my my draft team though. Okay, let's get to animations. Comment if you're still there. Got 2 questions. What to do with Frimpong? So, what to do with Frimpong? Question 1. Well, Liverpool have Newcastle, and that goal is usually filled with goals, right? So you're probably not going to get a clean sheet from Frimpong. So don't expect a clean sheet. Let's change to the other FPL chart. Liverpool are down here. They've got 2 tricky games. So as long as you can get through Frimpong, through Newcastle away and Arsenal at home, then Burnley away and Everton at home, going to be nice for Frimpong. And he could even score against, Arsenal at home. You probably won't, and he probably won't. But Liverpool could win it 1-0. So, let's see transfer options. How much is Frimpong? So starting from Game Week 2, Frimpong is a 6, I think. Who are the best players? Virgil. So Virgil is the best. So even though Liverpool don't have great fixtures, Virgil still tops the next 5 game weeks for me. You could go down to Lacroix, who's got a nice 2 fixtures there, but I wouldn't do it now. Aina has good fixtures. Look at this Forest run. Palace, West Ham, Arsenal, Burnley, Sunderland. Can you guys see the screen? Comment if you can't really see, and I'll try and make it bigger. So I like the Forest fixtures. You might not want Aina. You might want... Where's Milenkovic? Is it hidden? Oh, Murillo and Milenkovic are at the top, mate. So there's Murillo and Milenkovic. They're top. Virgil is not top. So if you're gonna change, you can see now. Okay, thank you, Mackie. Appreciate your comment. That's why we're here, mate. This is our community. So subscribe, join us for our other streams if you see I'm live, and we'll do more chats like this because I think talking like this helps everyone. Murillo Milenkovic options. So if you don't have triple Forest and you don't have Chris Wood, who's a goal machine, because first of all, get Chris Wood in. That's the first mistake I made in Game Week 1 is I didn't put Chris Wood in my team, and I've tripled up on Forest. So with Frimpong, you could move to Murillo or Milenkovic. You could move to Lacroix, but I don't like that. I do like the Forest moves, but you'd probably do it next week. So what are you saying? Play Frimpong. I hope he has an attacker return and at least makes 60 plus mins. Plus on captain, I think it'll be Salah as his final game of the week. Yeah, I'm captain in Parma, and that has a Friday kickoff, and that has the potential to mess up my whole weekend if Parma blanks as a captain. So captain in Salah to save your piece as a final game of the week could be a good idea. He usually scores a lot against Newcastle, so depends. If you want to just have a nice weekend, maybe go for captain. You can have some hopium until Sunday, I think it is they're playing. So yeah, what to do with Frimpong? Just roll, mate. Just roll. It's not bad. Not sure why the can't Palmer captain. I don't think we can let that sway us because West Ham away on their massive pitch are awful. And Palmer surely is going to do the business. And he's on pens. But if you're not happy with Frimpong, even if you get to next week, looking at Virgil's fixtures, same as Frimpong, you're gonna want to go through Arsenal to get to the Burnley and Everton. So you're probably just gonna stick with him. So that's that. And then your question number 2, captain Salah or Palmer? Exactly what we've gone through. I didn't even read that. So I'm going for Palmer. Salah. If you have Saka, that's more of a debate. If you've got Semenyo, I'd be thinking about Semenyo as well. Wolves, they looked awful, but Semenyo was quite decent. So how do I make my face bigger? Oh, solo layout. Oh no, go back to the screen. Oh, that's nice. I don't want it that big though. Maybe I do. Do you like my big face or small face? 2. Okay. Appreciate it again. All good, mate. Thank you for your question. Plus on captain, I think Salah. Okay, I think we've covered all the questions. We also have Ryan Palmer in chat says, join and ask what he got game week 1. Fine. Okay, I got 51 points. Not great. I mean, the team is set up well. Captain Salah last minute got lucky there. Anderson with his assist. I think he should have had 2 assists, and he was 1 point of DEFCON away from 2 more points. So that would have been nice, but not to be. Bruno was 1 DEFCON point away. Plus, if they had a penalty, Bruno would have taken it, so that would have been a nice goal. And then so Bruno on another day, those guys would have done better. The strikers, João Pedro, Watkins, they both didn't really have the easiest fixture. We've got them in for their fixtures coming up. I'm not showing my screen. So this is my team, 51 points. João Pedro, Watkins. We've got them for their fixtures coming up. Same as Palmer, same as Cucurella. Delighted Cucurella kept his clean sheet, even though I'm a Palace fan. Gutted. Murillo Sales, again, lost the clean sheet due to penalties, so that could have changed on another day. Lacroix, 8-pointer, Defcons, clean sheet, love to see it, standard for him. Collins didn't have a great game for Brentford. I'm kind of starting to doubt this pick. But like we saw earlier, Brentford's fixtures do pick up. Bench, happy that they all got some minutes. Everyone started apart from Krupi, who came off the bench. King, happy that he got his 76 minutes. Keane got 90. Again, he could have had a clean sheet of that dodgy penalty. I'll just reenact it again. That's not a penalty. I'm sorry. Michael Keane, Everton fans. You got robbed. Dubravka, he played, so at least he played. He got some save points, some goal concede points. 2 points, what you expect from him. So moving on to next week, it's going to be quite similar, really. Change my bench order around, but everyone else plays, so I'm happy. Okay. So this was just meant to be a test stream. I didn't think anyone would actually join, so thanks everyone for joining. Drop a sub if you haven't, and I'll put on my Twitter, FPL Marcello. How do I do a banner? Banner. Oh, this is going up. FPL Marcello on Twitter. Follow FPL Marcello on Twitter. Scroll across the bottom. Add banner. Show. There you go. There's my Twitter. So that's good. I can add that in future. Any more questions? Otherwise, we're out. Peace. Thank you, Ryan. That's a good way to end it. Juices. First stream. I'm on the lads FPL Addict show tomorrow, so this is good practice for that. It was a helpful stream, my guy. Thank you. You guys have helped me, and carry on with that incredible game week 1 85 pointer with a good free hit. I want to see you coming next week with your triple. You're coming. Nice. FPL Addicts podcast tomorrow on YouTube. Give them a follow. We're on at like 8 p.m. I think. Can I post comments here? Oh, I can. Okay, so FPL Addicts tomorrow. I want to see you next week, Mackie, in the chat saying free hit team, triple Chelsea, triple Arsenal, triple Villa, double Sunderland. I got this many points. Come with 100 points. Is that you? 100 points. No, you're going to be number 1 in the world. If you got 85 and 100, averaging over 90 points in 2 weeks. Yeah, that's you'll be clear. Well, I'll never catch up to you. Okay, guys, thank you. Take care. Can I do like raids like on Twitch? Do you guys ever watch? I don't think I can raid people. Does this video save as well? That'd be quite good if it saved. That was good content, good stream. Okay, peace out. Juices. Safe.